extra ultimate out for setups. So with this kind of composition that Team Egypt has, they need to have a stronghold, a strong, great burst and defense for the side of Mongolia.
The biggest thing that scares me here, if I'm rooting for Egypt or I'm cheering for Egypt, or is Mongolia's multiple choices of CC available to them, right? So here we go, jumping into game number 1, kicking off day 1 of the playoffs here for MLBB at IESF WEC. It's Mongolia versus Egypt. And right off the bat, we see both teams kind of getting situated. A lot of early poking already happening here too, trying to assert space, to assert their dominance around some of this early space they can work with.
Okay, speaking of space, now we are seeing Maro taking over or taking a peek out of the gold lane. We have the way to aid this gold lane properly. You have the Brody, you have a great start, but hold that thought. 7-0 DA from Team Egypt receives some damage and pokes there. And now looking forward on how Mongolia is taking this, they're gaining control of the lanes early on.
Okay, so right now, this is kind of what we expect. Early game, some poking going on here and there, right? But relatively, unless a hook happens coming out from Maro, we can't expect too much until that first turtle, that first big objective comes up.
Yeah, speaking of the objective, how will you even go through with this lineup early game? We're looking at Aizen now. He's rocking the Purify, and he's using the Paquito. All the more respecting the CC of Team Egypt right now. You have a bloody hunt, you have a way of being targeted by this Barretts. So a lot of ways are being considered here by Team Mongolia. And to see, there's an Inspire as well for Bebex that we haven't seen for a long time.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Alpha's gonna be fine, right? And we'll be okay to kind of regenerate, get in the position for this first turtle. It's going to be Mongolia starting it up and working on it, right? But still, they want to contest it. Maro trying to get in position, does not have the ultimate just yet. Soda kind of trying to get in, gets it with the retribution. First turtle can be secured here. Still going to be looking for more. Ethan does fall, and now it's a full-on battle still going out. Aizen will back off. So, the turtle, plus the first blood drawn by Egypt.
Yeah, 4 ultimates used by the Franco and as well as the Barretts. So a great way to counter now. The early game of Team Mongolia is to get them out of that first turtle take. You have a way of countering with your CCs present on Team Egypt. So what Mongolia is thinking right now is probably get a chance for that retribution battle because they have that. They don't have the damage yet. So that's one of like seeing opportunities from then on. Look at that.
Okay, once again, there's the hook and land on the target. Can they get Bebex? Torn apart memory comes through. Not going to be enough damage, though, just yet. Still too early here for Easy Petey. We can see even 7 Oda here trying to put some pressure. Looks like he took that as well. And we'll see here in just a little bit what the items are looking like. There we go, popping up here. Like I said, early pressure, kind of expected from Egypt. They have to be able to do that. But as the game progresses here, the biggest thing we got to watch out for is the CC potential. Ethan will fall. Hey, Maro's hitting the hooks today.
Yeah, looking that lethal ignition present. We have the Blade of Heptasis present for this Fanny. A lot of ways being utilized here globally. Take one out, one isolated member from Team Mongolia, and that's a win for Egypt to just gain coverage slowly by taking over the map of Team Mongolia. But how are we doing this with this air superiority being present? Aizen being trapped in 2 and securing the kill. 7. Oda now has a 3-0 for Team Egypt.
Okay, so at this point, Egypt off to an amazing start right now. Now having 3 kills, they're still going to put the pressure on here. They have to be able to do that, right? Now, next turtle comes up here in less than 10 seconds. You're going to see them get in position. Maro has been on fire for the most part right now. Not only that, he's going to find Ethan. The poke potential too. Will miss that hook. But here's the big thing, OSX.
Trying to get into the purple, bro.
Hey, he has the focusing mark, so it's bad news bears here. ZX Aura gonna get caught out. Flicker, Bloody Hunt combination comes through. Still, and now once again, Egypt in prime position for this turtle.
Yeah, speaking of which, this Fanny right now is on a roll. Level 8 up against the jungler of Team Mongolia, looking at 1 level XP ahead. But this is just purely damage being developed, being activated with this lethal ignition. Ethan, on the other hand, being trapped, being kicked in. Way of the Dragon will be the one answering to Speedy. Now with that exchange, we have 1 member down for Team Mongolia as well. Smile goes down. Ace with the exchange of 1-to-1.
Okay. No one decided to go ahead and take the turtle yet, by the way. So I thought there was a moment there where Egypt could go for it. They're go for the Forbid instead. So 7 Oda not worried about it. Might just give up the turtle here. They're happy with these kills. Oh, Sex, they're snowballing quite well here 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, we are talking about the lead of 3K right now for Team Egypt. And now who's going to get this turtle? Oh! None other than 7 Oda for Team Egypt securing again. Look at the damage just hitting through Aizen.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? You don't see them focus on the turtle, and then they just sweep in. 7 Oda goes in, gets the retribution off. He's 6-0-1 right now. He's massive. We're going to be taking a look here at the replay. Look at this. Alpha did an amazing job, man, just holding it down. 7 Oda comes through, gets the turtle. So objectively, they're dominating. Not only that, but even itemization-wise, because of this gold lead that they've managed to get, they're well ahead of here.
Yeah, there's only one death inside of Team Egypt, and that is from Smile, from this Valentina. Malefic now being present on 7 Oda, 6-0-1 on this Fanny. Talking about Snowball starting good from Team Egypt, slowly taking down towers from Mongolia. So with this kind of way, they need to amplify their defense right now. They're being pushed in the corner to get those defense right in. You need to have more way of holding the front line now with the start of how Egypt went from early game to now.
Okay, so once again, putting the pressure here, purple buffs. Egypt pretty much knows how they want to play around this. They're obviously in the lead, like we mentioned. Another Malefic Roar, big item being picked up here. So if you're thinking Mongolia wants to fight, they don't at this point because they're just kind of outgunned. And just if they try to fight something, especially as we lead into these objectives, these neutral takes, it's going to take a lot, right? You can see the focus here. That was 3 members, right? 7 Oda is still quite confident, though. We'll try to clear up as much as he can, but look at this. They're trying to find the cutoff angle. Maro going to just jobble his way in, basically. Hook not going to land. Not able to find the target. So they get back in time. That could have been really bad. Yeah,
the score now is 1-7. We're talking about damage that needs to be present in the side of Team Mongolia. We're looking at either for Bebix or even for Cesora or even for the Paquito just to cope with damage right now. How Team Egypt has a hook landed.
Landed on Ethan. There's the flicker coming through. Alpha not able to find the target. Gets kicked himself with the way of the dragon. Still going to be falling up. Quite tanky. Still surviving here. That's one big dinosaur. And just like that, that's showing just how kind of much of a lead Egypt has right now in terms of items.
Yeah, the stacks right now of this Barrett's being present just by looking at the items. We have Dominance Ice present for this Franco. We have 2 Blade of Heptases present for the Brody and the Fanny. By not being touched around the map, this is completely additional true damage for these 2 heroes present for Team Egypt. With this being said, how is Mongolia going to defend this wedge? Because there's no turret left. No turret has been destroyed yet on the side of Team Egypt.
This might just be a free lord here. Egypt right now just massively ahead in terms of gold. Nice push coming through though by Aizen, trying to find something out of this, right? So Lord going to be secured here. It is only the first one of the game, so Mongolia is going to have to hold on. But look at this. They're trying to make a play anywhere they can. Egypt still does not want to let go of this lead.
Yeah, the lead right now completely needs to be sufficed for Team Mongolia to have the defense. All of the things being let into the table right here, nice, is just a bit of a way of holding the damages from a Team Egypt. Who do you target here with this kind of preparation that they need to do in the defense of their own base? You have Smile that can take one ultimate out of Mongolia. You also have 2 tankier heroes you need to worry about, and either Ethan or Cesora or even Paquito could be the actual answer for this kind of defense, because most of the time, ultimates are just being used to take on Vision, trying to take on just like this.
Okay, Alpha, once again, proven quite tanky here. Trying to unleash Easy PD. Pops off with the torn apart memory, and 7 Oda out of there as Alpha fell. So it's a 1-for-1 trade right now. Mongolia showing a little bit of life. They still got to work on this Lord, though, in the top side.
Yeah, we kind of felt that, how Ethan wanted to find an angle with this show. You need to have that setup. You need to have the way of serving up 1 kill for your team. They're setting on 2 points, setting on 2 kills, but most of the part, Ethan's looking for a way of having a great setup or finding a comeback for those kind of objectives. You've mentioned how the objectives will actually be the answer for Team Mongolia. Right now, they're just being trapped in the base, waiting for the time to even be an answer to have more defense items. But look at that.
They're respecting Ethan.
Respect. Yeah, respecting everything that was happening right now in this game.
They know that there's a possibility that Ethan, despite him, being He had some troubles, right, finding the picks that he wants to, but Easy Peasy, if they do lose him, Egypt loses a lot of firepower, right? They still have quite a bit in 7-Oda, even Smile, depending on how he kind of approaches this Valentina, but for the most part, man, they have to be careful. Ethan is a playmaker, and he will be able to find a target. Now, one of the biggest things, too, that we're seeing from these skirmishes, OSX, is how useful this Barrett's pick is, right? He's just a huge front liner that is kind of difficult to deal with, and he's playing the part perfectly.
Yeah, Team Egypt has this eyes on. We're looking about the non-meta picks showing up from the group stages. Now we're looking at a Barrett who's actually being the answer. Look at that, 7-Oda taking another kill out of Mongolia.
This is troublesome if you're Mongolia, right? Because you have not been able to stop 7-Oda here at all. He's deathless 7-0. ZXORA going to take quite a bit of punishment. Mara will find a hook. Ethan going to be in trouble. Torn apart memory comes through. Ethan falls here right in the mid lane. Maro still on the hunt. Hook going to land out of the zone. Bebex will fall as well. Egypt is dominating.
Yeah, Bebex didn't see that coming. Concealed Franco and a hook right onto your face. Completely, how do you escape that part? Because right now, they're out of defense. They're out of ways to hold the damage of Team Egypt, and they're just completely closing the coverage of Team Mongolia right now.
Off-camera kill. Just right there, 7-Oda going for it. And this is the problem, right? And now this is Next Lord. It's just going to be starting up, taken up. 7-Oda will go back to base, pop his way through there with the cables. ZXORA and the rest of the crew trying to do something, but there's just nothing they can do, right? And that's Lord secured here. Yep. Again for Egypt. So now Mongolia being down almost, what, almost 9,000 gold, OSX. They are going to have their work cut out for them in this next defense.
Yeah, snowball right now for the composition of Team Egypt. 8-0-2 for the Spanish. You know, rocking all of the damages, not even getting a purple out from Mongolia. Completely getting by Team Egypt. Again,
at this point, you don't know who you're going to rely on if you're Mongolia to find an opening here. It kind of has to be Ethan. You know, he has to, when that flicker is available in just a few seconds, it's going to be up to him. And really, it's still a risk, even if he finds the right target here, is dealing with the second Lord.
Yeah.
Primed and ready, Egypt is. Golden Staff just being picked up by Bebex. They already lose that inhibitor turn on the top side. ZXORA trying to hold it down here. Ethan looking for the angle. Easy Peasy gonna have to flicker out. Ethan will go in with the way of the dragon. Smile does fall here, still holding on to the base the best they can. Lord's still up as well. They're gonna lose another member. Easy Peasy popping off with the torn apart memory. No one falls though for Mongolia. They hold on.
5 strong from Mongolia. We will talking about the comeback being possible for this team up against a team who had a great lead in the composition, a snowball as we put it. But while that thing is just going to happen up top, 7-0 was just pushing. They were lacking the damage, but right now the defense items of Team Mongolia was just completely present, utilizing the bases for their defense and having their way of taking Smile first and Alpha out of the picture.
I love that reaction from Easy PD, man. Like, again, Ethan's eyes were set on him, and because he used, you know, the same way he did minutes ago, the flicker to get him that space that he needed, he's able to just kind of fire off from here. But still, even with that said, Mongolia didn't lose any bodies, right? So still, despite the difference here in gold and itemization, they're doing a decent job, except when 7-Oda does that. Like, 9-0 at this point. If he sets his sight on someone, he's going to most likely get that kill. ZXORA going to be in trouble too. Gets eaten up with the Daytona's welcome. Alpha finding the target. ZXORA falls.
Yeah, they're trying to have a push on the basis of Team Egypt right now, but 7-Oda being eyeing I7 to not go back in the base, but he's just completely pulling and buying time for his teammates to even show for reinforcement.
Maro, for the most part, again, is he's doing a great job on this Franco. You know, and this is a signature hero for him. There's obviously times in games that he hasn't been able to perform like people are hoping, but this game specifically, and like we built it up here, OSX leading into this match, was Egypt had to prove something, right? And they're doing it against a team that a lot of people have had their eyes on for a while now. So still, Mongolia holding on, but they lose this second inhibitor turret in the base.
Yep.
Lord is now up. Ethan, he's gonna go in. Flicker's in with the way of the dragon, but it's Morrow that he finds. CX Aura now pressing the back line here, but Easy PD just able to fire off. Forbid looking for a moment as well. Morrow does finally fall. Ethan to follow. Easy PD in trouble. Eisen goes in with a 1-2 punch. Double kill for Easy though. Still gonna be working on it. Here comes 7 Oda. Looking for the target. Forbid. Buys a little bit of time, but it's not gonna be enough as he falls in the base. And it's only Eisen left alone as Egypt looks to take first blood in the series by taking game 1.
A great start for this country up against Mongolia. A Fanny who haven't been touched for a kill for this game, completely having a way of pushing the damage right in to the members of Mongolia. The